welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new, welcome to the Divine Beauties Tarot. Before we get started, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and share. Show me you care. Also, the decks that I'm using will be listed in the description box below, as well as contact info for me if you would like to get a one-on-one reading with me. All right, let's jump into your reading, Libra. I'm very excited to do this because I am a Libra as well. So if something resonates for me, that would be awesome. If not, oh well. We're going to do a financial spread for you guys, see what your finances are looking like, see what needs to be worked on. You might hear a little SpongeBob in the background. Don't mind it. My kids are being kept quiet. So I had to make a sacrifice. Either have you guys listen to SpongeBob in the background as I'm doing your reading, or having you listen to screaming, arguing, fighting kids. All right, guys, let's look at what your financial situation is looking like right now. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is you guys working hard. This is, some of you are even going back to school, learning a new skill set, especially in the way of your career. Perhaps you've gotten a promotion and learning how to do things a different way than you're used to. Or this could just be you working on your business, working tirelessly to make sure things are in order. Just a second. There we go. I was trying to get it to focus. Some of you are working really hard, actually, and doesn't seem like it's something that's like, you know, sweat and tears kind of work. With the sun symbol here, it's kind of like something that you enjoy doing, something you're very passionate about. Some of you, I just heard waiting on an investment or waiting on a return. Some of you are waiting for your work to start showing promise. I know it said, you know, this is something you're very passionate about, something you're happy about, but maybe some of you are getting a little bit discouraged. This guy does not look too happy right now. He's like, I'm doing all this hard work. These are perfect pentacles. Nobody's noticing. So that could be where you are right now. Let's look at why you are under financial stress. Okay, the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay, some of you could be in competition with other people. Perhaps some of you are YouTubers. Some of you maybe are in a competition period in your job, trying to get people to see the good in your work and fighting against those that you feel like are doing better than you, or feel like you have to be in competition with. But I feel like this is going away with the Five of Swords in the reverse. Some of you are working from home and having the competition of like having your children around, having, you know, trying to figure out that work-life balance. Let's look at what you can do to relieve your financial stress. Too many cards. Too many cards, Spirit. Okay, they want me to shuffle. My ears are popping, guys. Let's look at what you can do to relieve financial stress. Some of you need to stay connected with your spirit guides. Some of you need to stay connected spiritually, work on balancing your spiritual and your material, because a lot of the times that's what's going to lead you to financial success, listening to your divine guidance. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at what you can do to relieve your financial stress. Ooh, that one flew right out. The Hangman. This is taking a pause, taking a standstill, looking at things from a different perspective. This is taking the time out to really plan with your finances, taking the time out to look at, you know, what's going right, what's going wrong, what you can do about it. Also, with this laying right on top of the Five of Swords, it's almost like there's a need to take your time. He's got a pocket watch hanging off of his foot. So this is literally you. I don't feel like this is anybody stopping you. I feel like this is you taking the time to just be still. getting rid of this internal conflict over your financial situation and looking at things from a different perspective. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, we have, well, I think one of them is waning moon and the other ones are crescent moons. So it's almost like you guys are learning how to, where'd it go? Right here, sorry. Get past, I just heard mental conflict. So the mental conflict that's going on in your head about your finances, things are coming to light. Things are coming to fruition slowly but surely. Yeah, a lot of you are needing to balance your spirituality with your mental, learning how to manifest, learning the law of attraction, learning that money is energy and flows in and out easily and effortlessly. When you hold on to your money really tight, nothing new can come in. And when you let it go too fast, you're not really using the energy as it's meant to be used. Because it's almost like some of you are burning through your finances. Just throwing money in the fire, maybe spending on things that you don't need or spending on things that aren't going to be for your benefit in the long run. And there's something about time here. All of these clocks. Maybe you feel like you're running out of time in order to do something. Feeling a little discouraged. Again, some of you that have your own business or your own career, feeling like you're kind of just hanging there. And not really knowing what to do, feeling like maybe work has stopped or maybe work has become slow or stagnant. I just heard things will pick up. Things will pick up again. I just heard burning the midnight oil. So a lot of you may be working really tirelessly and not really seeing a return on your investment from working so hard. Or some of you could be even working at night or be on a night shift. There's a lot of nighttime. Some of you, it may be easier for you. I know this is hard. It's not for everybody, obviously. This is a collective reading. But for some of you, especially us Libras, it might be easier to work at night in order to balance our home and work life. Thank you, Spirit. Something that you need to learn about money. Whoa. Yeah, I'm going to keep both of these. Actually... Some of you are afraid to take risks with your money and holding on to it for dear life. Some of you feel like somebody's going to take something from you, and so you're holding on to it. And I just heard enough abundance for all. So there is enough abundance, guys, to go around for everyone. Some of you need to stay grounded in your finances, and some of you are spending too much. You'll know who it is. Some of you are spending way too much and need to hold on. Some of you are giving your money away to people that... I just heard an equal amount of give and take. So some of you need to learn that balance between giving and taking. I know I have I wouldn't call it a problem, but I do like to, if I see like homeless people, I know people are like, you shouldn't do that. They're going to use it on drugs and alcohol, blah, blah. That's their prerogative. Guys, I'm doing my part by being a light worker and helping humanity out. I've been in the position that they are in, those people that are sitting on the street begging. I've never stood on the street begging, but I've been in similar positions where I've needed help. And so I know how it feels. So some of you may feel like your emotions get in the way. Okay. For a lot of you, your emotions control your money. And again, there's something here about time. Some of you may be feeling like you're running out of time for something. We're going to go back and clarify these two, guys. So something that you need to learn about money, you're either holding on to it too tight or you need to let it go a little. And you'll know which one is for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Something that you can change about the way that you handle your money. The Ace of Swords, knowing what to cut out and knowing what, knowing what to buy, knowing what not to buy, knowing what's important, what's essential, what's lucrative to what you have going on in your life right now, knowing how to cut out, you know, if you're spending a lot of money on food, if you're spending a lot of money on your kids. Some of you are spoiling your children, is what I just heard. Kind of maybe even overdoing it. And maybe that there needs to be a stop put to that. Some of you have such bad memories about your money situation and things that have gone wrong in the past, that you need to open your eyes up to the truth of the matter, about how money actually works and how it is an energy, and how when you stay in a lack mindset, that's what you attract. But if you stay in an abundance mindset, that's what you will attract. Thank you, Spirit. You know, us Libras, we're all about the truth. We're all about seeing things clearly. Again, for some of you, there's a need to communicate here with your guides. This looks like an angel. Some of you need to communicate fighting your shadow and light side with money. Again, talking about that lack mindset, staying in a lack mindset. For some of you, there's a need to teach your children about this too. This is the Six of Cups. This feeling of, you know, bad memories with money, and the way that you had to hold on just a second. I just heard perceived obstacles. So you may like be thinking of things the way that they used to be in the past, you know. I spent this and now I was left with no money after I did that, and this went wrong and that went wrong and this went wrong. They want you to stop focusing on that and see clarity in how things really are. I just heard all is well. For some of you, you're thinking your money situation is a lot worse than it actually is. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, again, for some of you, there's something about learning how to fight your shadow side, that dark and light that's kind of that opposing force. It's like cutting through the truth of this. This is hoarding. This is, I'm holding on to my money and, you know, nobody can get it from me. He looks like he's really, like this girl is standing behind him like, gimme, gimme, gimme. And he's just like, no, mine, mine, mine. Kind of like those birds off of Finding Nemo. That was the first thing that came to mind. Mine, mine, mine. But this is you being strong, standing in your truth, knowing that money is energy, knowing how money flows. Let's look at how you can create a better relationship with money. The Five of Pentacles. Again, this is fear. This is worry. What am I going to do? Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like you don't know where to turn. Don't know where to get help. Some of you need to reach out for help and ask for help. For some of you, this is just stop worrying. This lies right next to the Ace of Swords. Learning how to manifest by using your mentality, changing your thought process. And that is like one of the hardest things to do. I know from experience. Changing your lack mindset around money. Stop feeling like there's no way out. And saying that, you know, if a reader would have said that to me a year ago, I probably would have punched them in the face. But it's true. When you stop worrying and when you become consciously aware of what's going on, that's how you learn to manifest. When you are conscious of what money is, when you are conscious that the divine is on your side, when you are conscious that your guides have your back, they have your best interest at heart. Some of you just need to reach out and ask your guides for help. Some of you need to let go of this poverty mindset. For some of you, working on your third eye is going to do you some good. It's going to help you to seek and gain clarity in your finances. I feel like this whole reading is centered around a mindset. The mindset that we have around our finances, the mindset that we have around the way we think about money, the way we feel about money. I just heard resentment. Some of you are holding resentment from money, from things that have happened to you in the past. Not understanding that when you become awake and aware and conscious of you know, the way that money flows and what money is and how it works, that old mindset is no longer working for you. That's one of those perceived obstacles. Well, in the past, I applied for a house and I didn't get it. Or in the past, I applied for this and I didn't get it. Forget about the past. The past is done. There's nothing we can do to change it. But what we can do is move forward into the future. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at something in your life that's already abundant. Whoa, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Something in your life that's already abundant. The Seven of Cups. That's interesting. And we're going to go back and clarify this. This is confusion. This is illusion. Some of you are confused. Some of you are confused as to why you don't have money, when in reality, your abundance is right in front of you. Some of you have all these great ideas and you're just confused about how to go forward with them. Some of you are very creative people. Something in your life that's already abundant is you. And some of you are really confused about that. Well, how? When I don't have this, when I don't have that, when I don't have this, that's because you're living in this lack mindset. You're so scared about the next thing that's going to happen. That's what's causing this confusion. And a lot of you, bless you, honey. A lot of you need to understand that once you knock all these cups down, once you knock out this devil energy, this illusion, the fear over that you have over money because of things that have happened in the past, that's when your abundance flow will start back up again. I feel like some of you had a good abundance flow coming in. Some of you had money coming in, going out, and then it just stopped and you became stuck. And then you became confused. And then confusion brought on the fear, the worry. The Seven of Cups can turn into the Eight of Cups real fast. And that's walking away very disappointed. Missing an opportunity is what I just heard. This fear, some of you, is allowing you to miss an opportunity. Whether that be in your work life, you know, wanting to get a new job, take on a new job, apply for a new job. Whether that be wanting to start a business. Whether that be, you know, you've already started a business and looking for a return on your investment and just not seeing it. It caused you to be confused. I'm doing all the work. I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. Why isn't this working? Why do I feel left out in the cold? I just heard support. Some of you don't have a lot of support around you from your community, especially if you've started a business. Maybe, you know, people aren't sharing your page, aren't liking your page, aren't subscribing to your videos on YouTube, aren't doing this, aren't doing that. Spirit is wanting you to know that will all come in time as long as you put in the work. Thank you, Spirit. Let's clarify, guys. Let's clarify. It's a crappy shuffle. Yeah, it takes time. I just heard it takes time. That would explain why all of these clocks are up here. For some of you, you're getting ready to see a return on your investment, but it took a little time. I just heard doesn't just involve you. So for a lot of you, your work or your life's purpose or whatever this is that you're doing for money, it doesn't involve just you. It involves other people, and that is why it's looking the way it is. That's why it's taking the time that it's taking. You know, another reader said something similar like that. That something involves other people. I can't remember what it was, but I just watched it. It was for myself though, but you know, it may resonate here. Let's look at, let's go clarify some of these things. Why am I under financial stress? Let's look at that. Let's look at this Five of Swords. The Queen of Swords, not knowing what decisions to make. This is the Queen of Swords in the reverse, not knowing, seeking clarity on what decisions to make, what direction to go, maybe even in your career. And again, some of this is fear, not knowing what's going to happen next, always looking for the next 40 steps. There's a need to cut that out, and I feel like you will. This is you, Libra. For some of you, again, your emotions control your money. And so when you're in this Queen of Swords mode, this anger mode in the reverse, if you're angry, if you're upset, that's blocking your abundance flow. If you're trying to compete with others, that's blocking your abundance flow. There's enough abundance for everyone. There's no need for competition. Thank you, Spirit. Let's look at... Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Something that you need to learn about money. Decisions. What decisions to make? Again, because the Queen of Swords had just shown up too. This is you again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What decisions to make over your money? What to cut out? What to keep? When to spend? When not to spend? It can all be very confusing. And a lot of times that will cause a lot of anxiety. And then the fear comes. Knowing when to let go. Some of you are feeling confused about how to control your abundance flow. And again, some of you, there's water in the background, need to use your intellect over your emotions, which is another reason why that Queen of Swords was in the reverse. Because again, some of you, your emotions control your pentacle. So that with the swords here and the water behind, this is thinking over your emotions. This is using your logic, your intellect, and in your intuition as well, but not being overly emotional about it. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to clarify this Ace of Swords for something that you can change about the way that you handle money. Whoa. Again, the Seven of Cups. Guys, cutting out this fear, cutting out this... Some of you need to cut out, I'm not going to say wanting nice things. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things, but there is an ebb and flow to it, guys. Some of you... Look at all this pretty stuff in the cup. The Seven of Cups is one of those cards that warns you about the shiny object syndrome. Warns you about things looking pristine and nice just to impress other people. May not be the best. The grass is not always greener on the other side is what I just heard. Some of you are seeking truth. Some of you need to cut out this confusion, cut out this fear. Easier said than done, Alicia. But for a lot of you, that's the only way that you're going to unblock your flow of abundance, because this fear blocks your abundance flow. You need to cut through that and seek clarity. This is you fighting your shadow side. Your shadow is what tells you you can't buy that. You don't have enough money for that. And that's the problem. That's going to block your abundance flow, because that's going to start confusion. That's going to start fear. Well, Spirit said, you know, for me to, you're thinking, some of you are thinking too logically, and some of you need to use your intuition with your logic and not just your logic. And that's a hard cycle to break. Thank you, Spirit. You know, I should be able to buy this, you know. Spirit told me I've gotten guidance to go ahead and spend. But if I do that, then I'm only going to be left with X amount of money. Don't worry about that. It'll come back. Some of you do need to worry about that. And you'll know who you are. Some of you need to be more practical with your finances. 4 is the number of stability and hard work. And together these make a 13, which denotes to another 4. 4 is also about your foundation. Stay grounded is what I just heard. Stay grounded. And you'll be able to make better decisions. You'll be able to use this Ace of Swords energy. Thank you, Spirit. And something in your life that's already abundant. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. The Chariot. You are already abundant. You're already successful. You're moving forward. Some of you will be getting rid of this confusion and moving forward. Getting recognition for your work. We got 2-7 here. 7 is the number of discernment. That's the number of making, you know, the right choices, knowing how to move forward. I just heard drive. Some of you have that drive, that work ethic, and you're going to be just fine. You just have to get rid of this fear mindset. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to pull an Angels of Abundance card for you guys, and then we'll be done. What do we have for the sign of Libra, Spirit? What Angels of Abundance card do we need assign? Okay, detox your friendships. It says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. You don't need people around, guys. Again, I heard support earlier. Some of you feel like you're not being supported by, get rid of those people, cut those people out, learn the truth about those people. Ugh, backwards. Sometimes the people that we're hanging around for are not for our highest good, and Spirit wants you to cut those people out. For some of you, detoxing your friendships is detoxing things within yourself. Fear. It is safe for you to receive. I told you guys this blockage is going to be lifted for you guys. Sorry. It says the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Again, some of you, this is your life purpose that you're working on. Something that you're very passionate about. Helping others in your way of work. Some of you could be readers. Some of you could be healers. Some of you could be... everyone's a light worker in my opinion. I feel like people just need to tap into it. Some people are more tapped in than others. But you're open to receive now. It's safe for you to receive. Stay in get out of the lack mindset. Learn the truth about how things really are around you, and you'll be more open to receive. All right, guys, that is the end of your reading. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and share, and show me you care. Until next time, Libra.